this one is not, strong enough, or okay.
By knowing that biochemical won't allow.
I get. Hold on 1 second. I got you. We'll come back around here. Guys, you got your mic open. You want to share?
Almost definitely, man. Some blessings to everybody in the room. Let me say this, right? In order to walk, you have to crawl first. The problem with black people is everybody trying to be scholars. When we go back to our roots, we have none, right? In order to deal with our weaknesses, you got to start with man, woman, and child. You can't get on this platform, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, and act like you're a scholar when you can't even choose your perfect mate to get on top of you to bear kids with. Women's kids out here, we are giving birth, right? Let's stop playing this fucking game. Let me play scholar, right? These bitches and real niggas is giving birth to demons. I want to talk about God, religion, spirituality, and balance. Balance your balls and your pussy in your household. Push out a decent child to go out there to be a prophet, a messenger of your household, and speak on behalf of you. Fuck religion. Nobody practice that shit no more. Your children are practicing you. And you are a failure. The man is a failure. The woman is a failure. Everybody want to be scholars, but don't nobody want to live righteously.
Just speak for yourself.
You have
just because you.
No, let me finish. I'll let y'all cook. Let me cook now. Because everybody's smart but dumb at the same time. When you raise a child and they walk out your household, you shoot 26 folks. When you're 40 and 50 years old, you don't live 40 to 50 years old and you still letting a nigga lay up on top in time. When you let a man get on top of you, and he know he about to mount you and give birth to a baby that he can't provide for, and he know he can't provide for that little bastard that he about to raise, and he gonna step out on him, and you know he ain't shit. How we gonna have this kind of conversation? Let's stop playing games.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking in life in general.
I think
but if
there's
somebody
outside.
Can you please mute your mic? You're not a moderator in this room. It's my chair. Okay,
This conversation is based on life in general. People don't like to face our own demons. When you watch the movie, The Last Dragon, he searched to figure out who was the master. And at the end of the movie, he realized he was the master. Whatever fruits that you put in the universe is what you give birth to. When you have to ask who is he talking to, I'm talking to everybody here, including myself. I'm not exempt. My mistakes give me the right to speak because I made them. When you have to ask who is he talking to, because you feel the sting in you. Everybody want to be responsible. You and you killing.
He's not talking to you. Why are you taking it personal?
Because he's talking to everybody.
I'm sorry, you're not saying it cool. Not tonight.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta let a nigga cook. The reality of it is, we are on an elementary level in life. Everybody wants to be scholars, but can't even pick a mate. You can't even raise your children right. You can't even provide for them. But you got all the answers for somebody else's life. This is what we have to stop. Life is about the real trinity. It's man, woman, and child. And in these last days, where our children are murdering each other, I don't want to hear a fucking thing about religion, because nobody's practicing that shit no more. So all of you fucking conscious community rat bastards, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, because nobody even gives a fuck about religion. you no more. Now your kids, all they give a fuck about is the budget that they're getting from drill music, where they could create a song and get $10,000 to $20,000 off that song off of a platform that nobody else knows about. There's a death budget with your child. You don't speak about that. Y'all still caught up on religion. Religion? What is that? It doesn't exist no more. Right now, we are beyond Sodom and Gomorrah. Women are opening up their legs and giving birth to demons. Bitch, raise your child. Niggas is running around bragging about being gang members. Gangster. You everything but a fucking father. Until you deal with the root of the fucking problem, everybody sitting up here lap dancing around might as well be in the strip club throwing dollars at a broke bitch. This shit is bullshit. Until you deal with the root of the fucking problem, man, woman, and child, everybody is looking for somebody to save the black community. I tell you what, if you could get at least 85% of the men to raise their fucking children, nobody would have nothing with the black community. All you have to do is get 85% of the men to be a fucking father. The Jewish community is a handful. They're the smallest community in the world, but yet they run the world. So you mean to tell me black people right now have all these goddamn celebrities that's billionaires and multi-millionaires, and y'all sit up there and y'all suck their dick, but disrespect somebody because they believe in Christ or Islam? You niggas is suckers. You weak suckers. And some of you niggas is government agents, you thieves, you cutthroats, you scared, you got some skin on stickers. Until you fix man, woman, and child, you ain't talking about nothing, motherfucker. And I can't stand niggas that act like they scholars. Oh, you're so sophisticated and you know everything. Bitch, raise your kids. Nigga, raise your kids. All 25 or 30 of them. You're 5 and 6 and 7 different baby fathers. And I'm not exempting myself because I'm guilty of it too. When I talk to you, I'm talking to myself. Religion doesn't exist anymore. Don't use that shit as a scapegoat. Use your motherfucking self. Everybody right now is striving for something, but nobody's helping the next person that they see trying to come up. Nobody. Everybody got somebody that's trying to sell something, do something, promote something, but you ain't sharing the next person that comes from your fucked up community. No, instead you in competition, but then you want to blame religion and the white man. Nigga, you the problem. You don't want nobody to outshine you. That's the problem with black people. You fucking too egotistical now.
Did I tell you I bought our car?
To be in the presence of the slave master. This is the problem. Now you have to strip everything that we knew. Before you walk, you have to fucking crawl. And if you so deep and you're a philosopher and everybody is on an elementary school level, then that means you have to break yourself down and raise them up to your level. Don't nobody give a fuck about your intelligence and how smart you is when everybody else is dumb. Because to a dumb nigga, you stupid too. So what's your point? And it's just that simple. Don't sit up there. If you can't pick your fucking baby father, your baby mama, and raise your children to be decent children in this fucked up world, shut the fuck up. Fix your shit. Because you still on an elementary school level. And sometimes you gotta shut motherfuckers down to make them realize where the fuck they at. Everybody wanna be scholars. Like, nah, man. We living in serious times and serious days.
This is a fact.
These are serious times and serious days where everybody is egotistical. Right now, the government all over America is waging war on these bastard children that you fucking ignorant bitches gave birth to.
Okay. Listen.
I'm not done. I ain't actually
Please let me
You speak when I'm done. You speak when I'm done. Because I ain't cool. Hold up. Because I ain't called every black woman a bitch, but I'm calling you bitches raising their kids the right way. They sleeping with decent men. If you sit up there and fuck the nigga that ain't shit, and every nigga that you fuck ain't shit, that's your business.
The lady just wants you to word it different, brother. That's what.
But listen, what I'm saying is, when the police kill your son in the street, they ain't wording it different. When these little drill rappers murder your son and they hit him in the headshot. Like, stop with the shit. Let's stop. When you play pussy, you get fucked.
Yeah, but my brother, they just want you to have respect for them. Word it different.
Listen. We are living in a world with everything. We are at war. I'm not here to pussyfoot in my conversation. I didn't name nobody, disrespect somebody. But if somebody got to correct me off of real life shit, it's like then I'm on the wrong platform. Stop watering me down. Because right now, yeah, I'm cooking and you're trying to slow me down. Like, no. Listen, I don't care what guest there is. I'm not disrespecting that guest. I am speaking simple and I'm going to make it short. I'm a guest. So when you sit up there and you telling me that you got another guest, no disrespect to that guest, but the reality of it is I'm not here to pussyfoot around. And if I'm outshining your guest, that's a fucking problem.
No one said that at all.
Okay, so why are we talking? So let me finish doing what I'm doing and stop trying to water me down. That's the problem. When a fucking man speaks in a black community, you try to water him down. But the reality of it is, the number one problem in the black community is these women opening up their fucking legs and letting all these men. I'm not done. It's not religion. It's a fucking woman letting all these men come up in your universe. And then you want to cry how a nigga is. I'm not done. You want to
ain't lying.
You want to cry. You want to cry. Victim. Because you let 1,000 niggas, like the slave master, right? Because he got the blood of the slave master. He threw the ball up in your nasty room.
No, I am either about to drop this call or we're going to have to change the frequency straight up. Straight from the top. That's bottom line. Thank you, ZaZa.
It's too much. It's just the way that, honestly, King, I understand your message.
So listen.
It's just your cursing
and that's the problem. Because the reality of it is, it's too much for a black woman to take responsibility for the little savages that she's sending into the world.
Wow.
It's too much. Let me finish, bro.
Can I ask you a question?
Take responsibility.
Hassan, you're being disrespectful, brother. Go in the vibration, man. Brother.
I'm living the vibration with the truth.
It's your truth, Hassan. It's your truth.
Digress.
The vibration.
Digress, brother.
It's your truth. It's not everybody.
Okay. Hold up.
It's a time and place for everything, bro.
Let me finish.
Moderators, please
We
do
were at
something about
okay,
this.
you know,
Being
what Betty said
disrespectful.
nothing but a word. We were at a different level. No one has a problem with you coming in and expressing what you have to express, but you also have to land it. But the things that you are saying and the manner in which you are expressing them are problematic. Period. It's been too many bitches, niggas, MFers, pussy, all of this stuff. You can say that and articulate it better than what it is. It has changed the frequency.
That's way too vulgar too, man. It's taking
I would love a chance. I would love a chance to respond.
too much for me.
Yeah, I would love a chance to respond. Please go right ahead. If that's okay. Go ahead, Queen. So, sometimes we have teachers that come among us that are looking for students, right? So here we are having this very high vibrational conversation where everything is clicking. We're all having a meeting of the minds. Not saying that everybody agreed with everything that I was saying, but I think we can all agree that we were on a high vibrational conversation, right? So now here it is that we have this very disrespectful. I'm a scholar. Yes, I'm owning that. I say that emphatically. I'm a scholar. I'm a researcher. I'm a writer. I'm an intellectual. I'm a scientist. I'm also a mother. I've helped thousands of people over the course of the last 15 years doing what I do. I just talked about a whole workbook that I wrote specifically women, specifically for black women, all of the visualization in my books represents black people and melanated people from around the world. What do I talk about in the workbook? Sexual discipline, being careful about who you actually have sex with and give your body to, about abstinence, about hygiene, about taking care of your body, about reading, about studying, about researching, about loving and appreciating and nurturing men that are not in your intimate relationships, your uncles, your grandfathers, about taking personal accountability and not blaming men for everything, about objectifying yourself as a sexual being. How motherfucking dare you get on this call and be that fucking disrespectful when I'm doing everything that you're talking about women are doing? Now you want to sit up here and say the man is the head of the household. The man is the one who's supposed to provide security. The man is the one who's supposed to make the decisions. The one who's supposed to guide you. You can't guide me no motherfucking where. Your frequency is too low. You have the white man's mind, and you don't even fucking realize it. The number one problem in our community, hold on. The number one problem in our community is black women. Let me finish what I'm saying, because this is not out of character. I'm a lion and a lamb. Right? So for you to open your fucking mouth and say the number one problem in the black community is women opening their legs and giving birth to anything without taking personal accountability for yourself is still sharp and steel, and you just went on a whole fucking diatribe about women and didn't say shit about men. Do you honestly think that we respect that? You're not a king. You're a man trying to find his way in a king's world. Everything you said was low vibration. All of your language. You were very fucking disrespectful, not only to me, but the other women on the line, and whoever the men are that agree with that shit. You are a low vibrational, a low frequency operating being at the same time, and you're part of the fucking problem.
That's
So you spend all this time talking about women, what we do, what we don't do, and you don't never talk about these motherfuckers that are bringing damage and danger and killing people every day. You just put on a whole fucking diatribe.
Yeah.
Yo. What's going on, cyber world? How y'all doing today? It's another day, another dollar. Ain't too long, woke up. I basically woke up like this. But yeah, so I'll get to the topic. I ain't gonna be long. I can't be talking for hours and hours. I'm not that type of person. But I can keep it short, sharp, swift, smooth. So 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, a week ago, it was a gentleman, I forgot his name, excuse me, but they had an open chat, and it was Hassan Campbell and a sister named ZaZa. I don't know if this is the same sister that Michi X was exposing on allegedly certain things that she had committed against the black community. But anyway, so the interview y'all just heard, basically Hassan Campbell was speaking on the generations, the black folk, the woman, the man, the child. And he made a couple statements, and a lot of people disagreed on how he was coming at the system. Me personally, I agree with everything this man has said. I don't give a fuck about all the beef he has with other people. See, when it comes to speaking the truth, we block the truth out and want to continue to focus on, I don't like this nigga. Now, we all know the big homie Kwame Brown is big on get along. What is the get along, ride along gang, or go along, get along gang? sometimes the universe will put the mirror in your face and you will start to project everything that you dislike or speak against. And some of us will become them very same people that we say are toxic to the community. So, I listened to this conversation that just went off before I got on here. And I really don't see nothing wrong with everything he spoke of. Fuck the other shit. The disrespect and all that. When you interviewing somebody and you know you dealing with a true ignorant nigga, you should expect a true ignorant nigga. You can't try to dilute nothing that this person's saying. Your job is to interpretate in your mind or have an interpretation. That's what I'm doing to myself. I'm diluting so you can have a better understanding, because I could be an ignorant ass nigga. I speak niggerism. I have niggerism, if that's a word. Well, it's a word today because I'm a nigga. You can't dilute people's words when they speaking to you. Listen, especially if you know what they saying. My wife do it to me all the time, but she know what the fuck I be saying though. Sometimes people do that to just wanna fuck with you, but it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It do sharpens you, to make you a better communicator when you're dealing with certain people, because some people really don't understand niggonomics, niggerism. Excuse me. But yeah, so he was speaking on how women should be more cautious on who they pick as sexual mates, to be more disciplined on giving the pussy up. I agree. You can't keep faulting the man when you let him in. We all make fucked up decisions in life and have, as he called it, demonic children. I understood what he was saying because he's speaking on the spiritual side of things. Yeah, there's a lot of demonic babies being born. And not just because of the woman opening her legs. Even the sperm that's coming out, some of these men, they've been fucked up mentally. So two fucked up mentally people creating another super fucked up human being. And we need to deal with it, address it, and look at it for what it is. So you can't get upset with this man for speaking the way he speaks, because that's the only way he sees in his eyes. Now, for her to be an educated person, the best thing she could have did was listen and then define it in her way. Interpretate it in her way where he can I'm quite sure he would have understood. They coming at the man because the way he said it. So because the way I say something, it neglects everything that's true about it. That's the society we live in. That's the society that was created. We see it every day. People like him, people like Kwame Brown, me, I can name a lot of people. Rashid Jamal, excuse me, brother. Michi X. Oh man, these some of the people that I look at. But it's happening all over the world. So because the way I say something, you don't want to hear the truth. So we walking around here dumb, deaf, and blind. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to talk about it. But the mirror is on all of us. Remember that. Michael Jackson said it perfect. The man in the mirror. And that's what's happening. A lot of villains are putting the mirror up. And a lot of people can't take it. But that interview was very interesting because he was not lying on both sides of the fence. He wasn't just attacking the female. He was coming at the brothers too. We hear bitch all day, every day, whether it's in the household or the radio. So him saying it with the way he was saying it, let's stop acting like we have virgin ears and we so uppity now. This is what the intellectuals, I call them the college millenniums. A lot of you motherfuckers get information and want to articulate it in a certain way. Now you look down on the poor righteous teachers because they interpreting something they way and voicing their opinion in a language that the Europeans can't listen to. So the quote unquote woke intellectuals had developed a European ear now all of a sudden. Like damn well you ain't in the back scene listening to some motherfucking the most grittiest, grimiest shit. A lot of y'all sisters, y'all portray to be the goddesses. You know damn well you got Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Stallion, Little Kim, and a bunch of other gritty music in your goddamn playlist. So let's not continue to play this intellectual versus the hood nigga mentality. He never said nothing wrong. It's the truth. The same way we gotta be disciplined, and motherfuckers been telling us all our life, oh, you letting the little head think for the big head. Okay. It goes for a woman too. Keep your fucking legs closed. Until you understand what type of man you dealing with before you let him in. It's like a vampire. You ain't gonna get bit until you let him in. Cause there's a whole lot of spiritual women out here that's baby mamas. And portraying to be Virgin Mary. We all got bones in the motherfucking cemetery. The key is accept that shit and deal with it. I listened to it. I listened to it with my wife at that, and she's very stern on saving a hoe. She's the hoe lawyer. I call her the hoe lawyer, because this proves that women stick together. No matter what that woman did, she's still gonna have that deep down sisterhood, knowing they could be wronger than a motherfucker. And that's something that us men don't have. Very few. Very few. This is why they starting to call it toxic masculinity, when we come together and try to back each other. Now, I'm not saying I 100% agree on everything Hassan Campbell say, because we all know a lot of it is entertainment. But even a drunken person is going to tell you some truthful shit. And we all got them in our goddamn family. From crackheads to alcoholics to dope thieves. I've been around all of them. And I ate the meat and spit it out the bones. I don't discriminate on no one. The truth is the truth. Or truth with an F. However the fuck you want to say it. But it's the truth. That sister got emotional. As you would, I'm quite sure you heard. As an intellectual, she should have been more controlling. Again, if you are speaking to a ignorant motherfucker, expect ignorant shit. So that goes to show that you don't have full control of your emotions. As the man was saying, did I hit something? Did I hit a nerve? Did he hit a nerve? There was another caller. She couldn't wait. She just barking like a little chihuahua, wanting to get in. Again, even with brothers, we protecting these women, knowing goddamn well the truth is the truth. All these so-called gods and kings, nigga, how many times you called your woman a bitch? When you upset. Or you just kicking it with the homies. The baddest bitch is a bitch. So let's stop fronting with this intellectual, conscious bullshit. Because truth don't have no emotions. It is what it is. Again, so just because you don't like somebody, you don't want to hear no truth. It goes on in the community every day. I deal with the shit at work. I could talk to a motherfucker all motherfucking day, school them, put them onto some shit, drop a jewel here and there. He ain't gonna listen. Because he caught up in his emotions. And emotions is a very dangerous thing to the human being because it blocks you from getting where you need to go in life. Because your feelings hurt, so you don't want to listen. I done did it. And yes, it blocked me from a whole lot of shit because of my ego. And ego is part of an emotion. So I hope we learned something from this interview that y'all heard from Hassan Campbell and the sister ZaZa. I'm not targeting her or downplaying her. I'm just saying, speaking from a view of what I've been saying for the longest. It's not just her. It's a lot of them. You get caught up in the whisper. The nigga saying something good. The money. The hopes. What you think you can change about a nigga. So you let him in. Nigga ain't put near ring, ain't try to put a ring, ain't even speaking of marrying you. So is it that y'all want dick more than we want pussy? Just say it. If you just want to fuck on a nigga, say that. Because majority of the niggas ain't going to give a fuck. Yeah. Let's get it popping. Keep it pushing. You can't handle that part. There's very few of y'all that's about it like that. I done came across a couple of them. If I seen them today, we could be still cool. No emotions attached. But until the women start disciplining their sexual desires, there won't be a whole lot of emotional boys running around this world killing each other. Making more demons, as he called them. Because the shit real. He's not lying. It's your sons killing other people's sons. Because you let a nigga in and you all emotional. Now this nigga mad because you got him on child support. He can't even work. Because check gonna be like $2. So what he do? Turn to crime. And you still take that motherfucking dope money. A lot of y'all still take that drug money. Got a nigga in court. Talking about he ain't did nothing for his child. And we all know, as you seen in the beginning of this video, get the book, How to Make a Slave. These motherfuckers had did a 100% job on restructuring the minds of the indigenous people in America and across the world. Get that reality in your head. We continue to point the finger at each other, when really you're pointing it at yourself. Let's stop the bullshit. Because when sister, oh man, what's the wise queen name? Ali Shabazz, if I'm correct. The wise queen. She came out with the book, exposing the sisters and the sisterhood. It was women out for the witch hunt on her. So when you had Steve Harvey come out with a book, Think Like a Man, y'all was all up on that because y'all want to know what's going on in our motherfucking head. You don't want nobody to know what's going on in your head, but you want to know what's going on in everybody else's head. Stop the bullshit. This ain't no diss. This is not a whose side I'm on type of shit. I've been speaking about this off camera. Me and my wife talk about this all the time. It started with Kevin Samuel. Shout out to Kevin Samuel. Oh man. Same with him. They just want to demonize anybody that put the goddamn mirror on. It's all part of shadow work, baby. Look yourself in the fucking eyes and ask why you the way you are. We all fuck up. The journey is to stop fucking up. Once you learn why you fucked up, you gotta go through the bloodline. This shit is generational. Everything that man spoke on is the truth. Accept that shit. But I'm gonna go on about my day. And I hope those that's watching, the 2 people, share this video. Like it, unlike it. Subscribe though, because I'm trying to get my numbers up. I'm not good at this YouTube game. It's a fucking game. It's just like the Squid Game. I'm not looking to survive off this shit though. I got other fucking visions. This right here is an outlet for me to express my emotions. I don't know who the fuck I'm speaking to other than the CIA and the FBI and the goddamn local police. Yeah. That's sitting behind a fucking computer profiling, trying to get in my fucking head like the rest of these motherfuckers. I'm letting you in my head. Welcome. Break on through the other side. Come to the dark side, baby. It gets scary over here. But you enjoy your day, people. Because I'm going to enjoy mine. There's something the brother told me. Worry about today and let today worry about tomorrow. Other than that, I'll try to do a video every Saturday. Saturdays is my day of the dead, ancestral day, where I spend a lot of time focusing on the dead, my dead ancestors, and just life in general, constantly killing off bad energy within me and those that come across my path. But yeah, it's your boy Billions the Villain, Mr. Shadow Walker. So to the sister ZaZa and Hassan Campbell, it's bigger than all of us. Do the shadow work. The only way we're going to win is once we identify who the real op is. You know, y'all can continue to play the intellectual, conscious, I ain't woke games. But you and I know what's going on. So until next Saturday, live life to the fullest and the realest. Get back to your guyhood. Get the fuck out the neighborhood.